how's it going? Welcome back. So before I actually jump into this current Faves and Nays video, I've been wanting to ask you guys this question. Like in my past two videos, I'm like, why haven't I asked them? But do you guys like my new background? I pretty much just switched up my room, so now my desk is behind me. I like it a little bit better because I have my computer back there. I can switch up the desktop picture and all of that. I don't know. I think it just looks a little bit more put together and nicer. I don't know. What do you guys think? But this is my new background. This is where I edit my videos. This is where I do my makeup. It's like my makeup and just office. This is my office right here. So let me know down below. If you guys don't like it, I might cry because it just took a while. I actually also painted this desk. It was off-white and it was just driving me crazy because I have drawers back there which are pure white and the off-white was throwing me off. I was like, oh my god, I need to paint it. And it took me literally all day. Like you guys might think, oh, that desk, maybe a couple hours. No, all day. I was like gonna shoot myself. Also, I used to have like a brown bronzy doorknob right here and I changed it to silver, so now it looks, I don't know, it's just a doorknob, but I think I like that better. It's not as in your face and ugly, so whew, I feel so much better. I love the background. Please let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys don't hate it, but yeah, let's just jump into this video. I'm pretty excited. I do have a lot of favorites to share, and I also have 1.5 nays. Now, I know it's like, what, a half a nay? Well, it's one product that I do really like, but I also don't like, if that makes sense. I'm going to explain right now. But this is the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. I've mentioned this in several tutorials, and in every single tutorial I've said that I loved it, and I really do like it. I like the way my makeup, my foundation lays on top of it. I feel like my makeup also lasts longer. Like at the end of the day, my makeup looks better than without using this product. The only thing is that I've noticed my pores are like getting bigger and bigger in my forehead area, which is like crazy. And then also right here, which is like the normal spot. I've never had a huge issue with pores. Like I do have pores there, but they haven't been like, oh, disgustingly huge or anything. But now I feel like they've gotten bigger. And really the only newish product that I've been using is this. I've stopped using this, I want to say, for about 2 weeks now, and I feel like my skin looks better, which is kind of, I don't know, disappointing because I do like the way my makeup looks when I use this, but I do not like the fact that my pores are getting bigger. So I don't think I'm going to be using this anymore. But at the end, like I said, at the end of the day, my makeup looks good, but you can definitely see my pores more, and I don't like that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I don't know. I love it, but I don't like it, and that's why it's a half an A and a half a fave. So let's move on to one of my favorites right now. I hauled this in my Sephora haul. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo in 01. I know you guys are probably like totally tired of hearing me talk about it, but it is the best bronzer and highlighter in one. It's gorgeous, guys. When I first got this, I was like, I'm not going to use the bronzer. I'm only going to use the highlighter because this bronzer is way too orange, but the bronzer is beautiful. I've been loving like these warm, not orangey, but just like very warm, bronzy looks, and this bronzer is perfect. You don't want to go too overboard because it might look orange on very pale skin. Like right now, that's a heavy duty swatch and it looks pure orange, but you need a little bit. It's going to add a beautiful color, a beautiful glow. This is like waterproof makeup. It's not powdery, it's not creamy. It's literally, it looks like plastic, but it looks like skin. It's not like if you go to tap off excess, there is no excess because this is just a weird textured product. I love it. The highlighter is my absolute favorite. Like you guys don't even know how much I love it. Do you guys see it? It's so pretty, so crazy in your face, and this is just a great little duo. If you have darker skin, I think you would like 02, the darker one, better. This is 01, so I think you should get the 02. It also has like a goldeny highlight, which I think would be pretty. I just think the pinkier highlights flatter my face a little bit more, but this is a great product. Expensive, but I think it's totally worth it in my opinion. Let's move on to an eyeshadow palette that I have not been able to put down. This is by BH Cosmetics and is the Carli Bybel palette. My mom got this for me for Christmas. Thank you, Mom. Even though she swears she watches all my videos and watches every single minute, but then like after a video she'll come to me and say, what foundation were you using? You didn't mention it. And I was like, yes, Mom. That was literally the first thing that I mentioned. Mom, if you're watching this, you know I'm just messing with you. But I've been using this palette almost every day for work. I have a pink shimmery color for all over the lid when I'm doing more of like cooler tone looks, and then I have a goldeny light shimmery shade when I'm doing warmer looks. I have some crease shades. I have to say that if I had to change like one thing about this palette, it would be this color right here. I feel like everything works so well together, and then this shade is like right there. I feel like it doesn't belong in this palette. I wish we had just like a dark brown matte shade. Everything is pretty shimmery except these 3 shades right there, yeah. And then everything else is shimmery. So I wish we had one dark matte brown, and I feel like this palette would be beyond perfect. The highlighting powders are gorgeous. I love them so much. You can also use them as eyeshadows. But overall, it's an awesome palette. I just wish this color was different, but it's okay. It's still beautiful. You can use this for everyday looks. You can also do, I would say, a nighttime look. You're not going to get a super dark, sultry, smoky eye, but it would still be really, really nice for nighttime. So yeah, awesome palette. Carli Bybel, you did an awesome job. I also love her videos, and I like being able to support YouTubers like that. The other eyeshadow palette, I've been using this one, and then if I'm using another eyeshadow palette, it's this one by Morphe. It's the 35O palette. As you can see, it's filthy, but this is just a great all-around neutral palette. If you guys have a ton of neutrals and you don't need any more neutrals, forget about it. You need this palette. This is it. After this palette, you don't need anything else. It has beautiful warm shadows here. It does have a couple of cooler toned eyeshadows. I've been dying to do a look with this shade right here. It's almost like an antique goldeny bronze shade. You have all over the lid shades here. You have great transition and blending colors, and then a ton of crease shades. So this is an all-around great palette. I love it so much. I've only done one tutorial using this palette, so I'm gonna have to bring out some more because this is a great little palette to have. I'm just gonna finish off the eyeshadows. I have one more to mention. This, I don't know if this is my favorite shadow of all time. It might be, but this is definitely my favorite Colourpop eyeshadow ever. This is gorgeous. It is called Weenie, and this was in Kathleen Light's Where the Night Is little, it's not a quad, it's like her 4 single eyeshadows. For this time around, you can buy the shadows individually, which is what I did. I bought Weenie and Porter. Guys, Weenie is the most beautiful rose gold shadow ever. Any skin tone can pull this off. Like, hello. It's gorgeous. When I put it on my lids for the first time, I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful. I will link my tutorial down below, but I mean, I'm so happy that Kathleen Lights created this. She did an awesome, awesome job. Like, do you guys see that? It's so pretty. I'm beyond impressed with this. She's awesome, and I just can't get over it. It's beautiful. So that's Weenie. I hope this is like a permanent shadow, because if I ever run out of this, which I probably will, I need to be able to order another one. So eyeshadows are done. Morphe 35O, amazing. Carli Bybel, love. And of course the Colourpop Weenie. Oh my god, my favorite. Let's move on to a highlighter. I bought this when I was in London, and I saw this on display. This is by Bourjois. I don't know how to say that brand, guys. I just don't know how to say it, but you guys know what I mean. I saw this on display, and there were like 6 of these, and they were all very light goldeny shades, so I was like, oh yeah, those are highlighters. So I picked up this one in 08, and they're actually eyeshadows, by the way. They're eyeshadows, but I was like, I'm gonna use it as a face highlighter, and it is gorgeous, guys. It gives the most natural glow, and it's so beautiful. Like, I was trying to use Becca Champagne Pop, I was trying to use Laura Geller's Gilded Honey for work, and it's just a little bit too much for work. I like to wear very natural makeup to work, so those were just a little bit too intense for me, so I started to use this, and oh my god, I love it so much. It gives the most beautiful glow, and nobody is gonna be like, oh my god, you're wearing too much highlighter. No, this just gives the perfect amount. It's pretty good. I think it would work for a lot of skin tones, to be honest. The only thing is that I don't know if you can buy this if you don't live in Europe. Like, there has to be a website that sells this, so I will search for it and leave it down below. But this is the most beautiful natural highlight. My mom also has this, and she loves it. Mom, if you're watching, comment down below and tell everybody how much you love this. I'm going to move on to brows. I do fill in my eyebrows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown, but what I've noticed is that lately, anytime I fill in my eyebrows, they look good if I'm looking at you like this, but when I look down, you can kind of see where my hair, my actual real hairs are, and then where the pencil is. So in order to blend all that together, I take the Anastasia Brow Powder in dark brown, and I take an angled brush. This one, the one that I use is from TJ Maxx. I got it a long time ago. It's one of those just random brushes that you have. I take it oh my god, excuse me, I just burped. I take some of it, I look down, and then I fill it in with that brush, and then it gets rid of that line between your real eyebrows and then your pencil. I feel like this is a little bit better than using a pencil. It's a little bit less intense and a little bit more natural. Like, my brows still look feathery and they look like real brows, not like I painted them on. So I do like the brow powder a lot. I don't fill in my whole eyebrows with the powder. I have to use the Brow Wiz, but this is good to just get rid of that line. It does really, really work. I'm going to move on to my last nail. This is the Maybelline Master Prime Long Lasting Eyeshadow Base. This one is the matte one, the prime and matte one. I don't like this. To be honest, I can't use anything other than my Urban Decay one, but this one I felt was similar. It's matte, it's kind of like a creamy shade. This is darker than the Urban Decay one, as you can see here, and you can actually see it on my lids. If you're darker, you might not have that problem, but for me, I'm really pale. You were able to see where the primer was, and I do not like that whatsoever, so I didn't like that. It's not as dry as the Urban Decay primer. It's a little bit more creamy, which then is like crease town. Like, you don't want a super creamy primer because it's gonna crease like crazy, and you're using primer to prevent creasing, so hello. So yeah, didn't keep my eyeshadow on as long, and I also didn't like the color, so it is a nay. They have like 2 more primers that might be good. I just don't know how creamy they are really, but I'm not bashing this product. I just didn't like it really. I might be bashing it like a little bit, but I didn't like it. It's not for me, but that doesn't mean you guys might not like it, so let's just move on. Next up, I have the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. Now, a lot of people have been telling me recently that I look so tired, that I party too much during the week, that I need more sleep, which is insane because I have a pretty good sleep schedule. I never party during the week, so I really don't know what they're talking about. But I figured, let me go and get a corrector and maybe help myself look a little bit more awake at work. So I decided to get this one, and I have to say I love it. It's not super thick. It's actually more on the thin side, and it brightens and illuminates like crazy. It's really, really pretty, and if you have dark under eye circles, or, you know, if you just have a discoloration there, I think this would be a really good product for you. It's not cakey, and my under eyes don't look bad. Hold on, let me look up close. No, my under eyes don't look bad at all. I feel like it does an awesome job. It's more on the peachy, light peachy side of things. So yeah, it's a really good corrector. I like it, and I feel like maybe I won't look as tired at work. Moving on, oh my god, to my favorite liquid lipstick right now. It's called Midi. It's by Colourpop. It's called Midi, and it's just the perfect bright, I don't want to say bright, but it's the perfect nude shade. Like, I probably could have used it today. I'm going to swatch it with my left hand, which is kind of dangerous. Ooh, that's actually not a bad swatch. It's really, really pretty. It's almost like a neutrally peach shade. It's great. I like to put darker lip liners on the bottom and then put this on top, and then it gives me a whole different color. Sometimes I like to use it alone, but either way, I love it. I think it's great. The Colourpop liquid lipsticks, if you have issues with applying liquid lipstick, you need to get the Colourpop ones because they apply so nicely, and it's just very precise, so you're not gonna like end up putting liquid lipstick all over your face and then like having to redo your whole makeup. It's very nice, it's easy to apply, and I recommend Colourpop liquid lipsticks, but specifically Midi. So those were all of my current faves and nays. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Don't forget to leave some comments. Don't forget to like this video. I would really, really appreciate it. And that's all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching again, and have a great day.